All right, so this is May 2nd, 2021 portfolio update for Texas Investments. Best Buy does not have a quarterly earnings report quite yet. The last earnings that we went through discussed basically not being able to better their previous annual quarter. So that's going to be kind of tough for them, but they're plugging along, doing fairly well for us. As you can see, we're up almost 15% on the name. We do have a sell signal, and we've been looking a lot at Royal Caribbean. Things are starting to open back up, so that's something that we'll continue to take a look at to see about possibly selling this at a profit and moving into something else. Rogers Communication, hasn't moved around quite a bit. I mean, has not moved around much at all. As you can see, we're up very slightly, but not enough to warrant a sell signal. But last time we looked at this, I think I can't remember if Verizon was better short term or long term. But as of right now, it's kind of where we are. Excel Energy doing really well. They had a $1 billion charge because of the Texas storm this past quarter. So that came out of their profits, and what they're saying is that they're going to spread that $1 billion over a number of years so that it doesn't hurt the books too much. They're also going to, of course, ask for that money back from the states as well, just try to recoup those costs. They are still building out windmills. And they are planning on closing more coal plants. They have maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 rate cases right now. The others that they had last quarter, when I reported on this, I believe passed, and so they got those. So that's really good news. Valero, really interesting. I saw a headline. I didn't read it because it really sounded like hype, but I saw a headline that one of the one of the analysts put Valero at $121, which is crazy, which is literally double what we purchased it at. Right now, as you can see, we're up, about 30% in the name. So we're happy where we are. Haven't really seen any competitors or anything to possibly move into, but again, that's something that we'll take a look at. Campbell Soup. Again, just kind of plugging along. Their last earnings call, I believe, was a month ago, and they didn't really have much to say, honestly. They are, still trying to figure it out, but not doing bad at all. We're up slightly in that name. Merck, we are currently down roughly 4 to 5%. The health sector has been really tough for us from the very beginning, ever since 2015. Trying to find a really good name in the health sector has been tough. And so we were in Pfizer for what, almost 5 years, more than 5 years actually. And so Merck is a new position for us. And they're still complaining about people not being able to get in for doctor's visits as the reason for their loss of revenue. I think I said in the last update that that excuse just doesn't fly anymore. They did partner with, I believe, Johnson & Johnson to make their COVID vaccine, and they are still researching their COVID vaccine, but I don't think they're putting much effort or money into it. Merck's big thing is cancer. And so they've been, just working away at getting those cancer drugs out to the public. And, maybe one will pop. That's kind of the way it works. But until then, we're kind of just sitting where we are. Again, like I said, we're down in the name, just a bit over allocated. We're about $160 more than what we need to spend on this, but not bad. All right, Fastenal. Again, I don't have an earnings call for them. Maybe next month. I'm not sure when their earnings release is, but the last report that we heard was that their safety equipment was doing really, really well as far as sales, and that they were putting together a new inventory like system basically for their customers that will basically alert Fastenal whenever they're like low on whatever, and then Fastenal can just simply deliver it instead of them having to figure out that they're low on something and order it. So that's supposed to help out, but we'll see. We're slightly up in that name. As you can see, 6%. All right. Southern Copper. It's been doing really well for us. It was way up to about, I think, $74, and it's come back down quite a bit. I think it's down to like 69 right now. The price of copper has definitely been somewhat in the news. A commodity is something that's used for building, and so typically anytime there's inflation, the cost of commodities tend to rise with that inflation, and we're definitely seeing inflation now. I've discussed this topic before in previous videos, and I've said that I just haven't been able to find it. Well, guess what? I have found it. It is here. There's no question about it. I'm seeing it mostly in like hotels, Airbnb. Prices are sky high right now. Car rentals are sky high right now. And so that's where the inflation is right now. And so, yeah, commodities are going to keep up with that. All right, Bank of America. This is going to be discussed in the subsequent video. Currently, we don't own any shares of Bank of America. We've been just selling options against Bank of America, which done really well for us. But I think Bank of America is no longer investable for us based on their current dividend. So, again, that's something that we'll discuss in a subsequent video. All right, Garmin. Garmin just released their earnings report. I have not had a chance to go through it yet, honestly, but I have just perused some of the headlines, and so from my understanding, the personal health and I believe I can't remember, but I know the personal health devices have done fairly well for them. And so that's what is pushing their profits. But either way, though, they're doing really well. We are currently under allocated by almost $6,000 in the name. A lot of it has to do with cash inflows. After we purchased this company, so not a whole lot we can do about that because we have a sales signal. We don't have a buy signal on this thing. Something that, can be looked at is possibly selling an option against this for 100 shares, which will be, $4,000 over allocating to Garmin, which I don't think would be a bad thing, honestly, especially if we can sell that option to get Garmin at a really good price. We bought it at almost 120, and I think Garmin right now is like 132. So I'll take a look at what the price is on the options. If we can make $100 and get a contract to buy it, close to 120, then I think it'll be worth it. Otherwise, I think we'll stay where we are and possibly look at other candidates, but I don't believe that that's something that we've looked at closely recently. All right, and then WP Carey. I actually started this earnings call, have not finished it, but they are touting the best in the industry as far as collecting rents. And so that's really good news, something that I was concerned with. And now I think, everyone's flush with cash. And so I don't think we have that issue going forward. Um, yeah, and one thing I wanted to mention here, I don't talk about this often, but it is important to note we are currently almost 50% cash. And so what that means is that we do not have all of our, we don't have all of our money in the market, which means we can get a higher return if we put more money in the market. And so we're going to be looking to do that, especially as we come to the end of our fiscal year, just to try to make some more money. All right, that's it for now.